Okay, guys, now that we've had a little bit of time and we've had time to really understand that Antoine Dupont's injury is real, it's not a horrible nightmare, and it has happened. We now need to think forward to what's going to happen for France ongoing, right? Because Antoine Dupont has injured his cruciate ligament and he's going to be out for a very, very long time, around 6 to 8 months, which is pretty much the entire year gone, right? And without Dupont, that is a big, big blow. So I wanted to dive into all the different possibilities and a couple different options that Galtier could use in his place. So before we get started, please like and subscribe as it really does help my channel grow. And let's break them down player for player. So the most obvious player is Maxime Lucu, the guy. He just had a phenomenal game up against Ireland. He really put them to the sword and he showed them how to bloody play. He worked the ball all around the pitch. He controlled the tempo perfectly. He did everything that you could possibly want as a scrum half. His passing was on point. His tackling was on point. We saw his range of motion. We saw his range of passing. We saw just how smart he can be in tight spaces as well. But although he's the best choice, physically for the short term in terms of Antoine Dupont, because he's got the experience, he's got the talent. He's been playing for Bordeaux brilliantly. He's been every time he's come on for France, he's been a spectacular player. But how long can he go? Because he's already 32 years old, so he doesn't really have that much, left in him. Maybe a year, 2 years. So I wanted to give a couple other options as well, although he is quite possibly the best option for the short-term replacement. We then look into another player that has been playing for France in the Six Nations. That's Nolan Le Garrec. Now, he poses a different, um, completely different question because A, he's very young. He's 22 years old. He's got bags of talent. Right now, his ceiling is limitless. We've seen how he's played when he's come on. He's provided such good space. His passing range shows, and he is playing well above the years of someone that is 22 years old, right? His just all-round demeanor is absolutely, absolutely brilliant. We've seen the way he sees the game. He's got excellent vision, right? His ability to spot passes, to use his kicking ability, to use his range of just straight up passing is brilliant. Knowing when to step forward, knowing when to step back, knowing when to hold off just that one extra second. But the big thing for him is he still lacks a lot of experience internationally. He lacks a lot of big game experience. So that is going to come in time. And we have seen that Galtier really does like Nolan Le Garrec. And he has been in the eye of him, which is why he got called up for the Six Nations and so on. So long term, I can definitely see a player like Nolan Le Garrec really putting a name for himself. And I think he's really going to have to use this year to try and give himself as much of a chance as physically possible. Right. So Nolan Le Garrec is definitely, for me, the best long-term solution. And I think we could also be seeing him a lot this year in anything that they play. But hopefully Antoine Dupont is back sooner rather than later. Next, we have two players that are a little bit more on the on the outskirts, and these are just some interesting players that I thought would do brilliantly as well. They've both been playing brilliantly, and I think we could definitely see them potentially start making their way into that French team a little bit more often, especially with having Antoine Dupont out injured. Next player on my list is, and I'm already sorry to all you French people because I'm going to butcher this name. By all means, just destroy me in the comment section below. If you can give me a bit of assistance as to how to pronounce this name, because boy, I struggled. So I got Baptiste Couilloud. Couilloud? Yeah, I think it's Baptiste Couilloud. Please correct me down below. Now, this guy, he is brilliant. He's been playing for Lyon. this guy, he's a completely different, like a different build to Lucu or to Nolan Le Garrec, right? He's more of an attacking threat. He's brilliant when he comes running on the ball. His ability to speed up the game when it's needed is ridiculous, and he just brings that just pure, that pure explosiveness. He brings that, that dynamism to the game. Or where I feel he falls short is game management, controlling the tempo, knowing when to do things, knowing when not to. I think he sometimes gets too caught up in the game, right? He can't necessarily see the big picture, which is something that Antoine Dupont and Lucu do so well. They are able to see the big picture, right? And think under pressure extremely well. And Couilloud, he has such good talent, and I wouldn't say he's old. He's 27 years old, so he's just a little bit younger than Antoine Dupont. But I think he's definitely an exciting prospect to potentially see in a French shirt a little bit more often. So I would very like to see, very much like to see him, as he's a very aggressive scrum half. And obviously, if Galtier he wanted to go through that route, maybe there was someone that he needed that little bit of extra aggression from. He would fit in perfectly. And then, last but not least, is Baptiste Serin. This guy, he is phenomenal. He's been playing his socks off. He has been absolutely been playing his socks off. And with him, he's a little bit older, right? So he's 30 years old already. So he's definitely got, his years behind him, but he also has a lot of experience. But the one thing we find with Serin is he's very agile, right? He's a very quick thinker. He thinks very quickly on his feet. He's got a good ball. He's got a good passing range, and he has a very good ability on how to control the tempo and control the game. Right, but personally, I think he still falls below someone like Nolan Le Garrec, purely on talent wise, because we have already seen Serin. He's in his 30s, right? Galtier, he's going to be looking to the future, and when you already have someone in his 30s, in the likes of Lucu, I can't see Serin coming in. But I think he was the top 14 player of the month as well. So he has been putting in some serious performances, and if he continues to do that, I think we could definitely see Galtier turn his head and say, you know what, I like you, and potentially see him get a couple games and hopefully look to impress um, while Antoine Dupont is injured. But I don't know. These are just a couple of names that I thought I'd throw out. I want to hear what you guys think in relation to this. Who do you think could potentially take that next spot? And personally, I do feel Luku, he is going to be the short term this year number one option. But are there any other stars around that, maybe, I don't know, that's in maybe Division 2 France or Division 1 France that, is really up and coming? Because I've only really started watching a lot of top 14 rugby just recently. So I am still learning a lot of the teams. I'm still learning a lot of the players, especially the players that are not so well known, the youth, and so on, right? So for all of those that watch regular top 14 rugby, and by all means, please let me know. And if I ever do make any mistakes, please correct me. But I am loving French rugby, by the way. It's just some of the most fast, dynamic rugby you're going to see about. And I used to watch a lot of the URC. I used to watch a lot of Super Rugby, Premiership, but the introduction into top 14 rugby has just been an absolute revelation. And yeah, they have so much talent, especially at Scrum-Half. So let me know what you guys think. If there's any stars that maybe you guys think could potentially get into the sights of Galtier and potentially make themselves a name later on this year. But yeah, we have some serious players here. Let me know what you think. Please like and subscribe, as it really does help my channel grow. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.